We're exploring the wineries and wines of Marche, and we can't wait to show you the incredible red wines we have found for your selections. First on our list we have Piersanti. The wine producing company was set up in 1955 by Giovanni Piersanti, his daughter Silveria, and his son Carlo, who boasted a good experience in the field of sparkling wines. Around the mid-80s, in order to meet increasingly demanding market requirements, Piersanti enlarged its business premises and built a modern facility of over 2,000 square meters. Today, it is the heart of the company and has a capacity of over 30,000 quintals of wine in stainless steel tanks. The winery is located in the middle of the geographical area delimited for the production of Verdicchio DOC and part of the geographical basin of the Asino River. In terms of awards, Piersanti have won a few, including gold at the Japan Women's Wine Awards. Bellacciao Rosso Piceno Bio DOC is a rich, warm and Moorish style of Rosso Piceno, a Montepulciano dominated wine. The nose is intensely perfumed with aromas of blackberry, black cherry, plum and violet. The palate has sweet, ripe bramble fruit and is rich yet juicy with fresh black fruit character, velvety tannins and notes of sweet chocolate and spice. There is also a pleasant acidity that balances the richness of the wine. The ideal serving temperature for this wine is around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. We recommend decanting the wine for at least an hour before serving to allow it to breathe and develop its full potential. When looking for a food pairing, this wine is a perfect match for hearty dishes such as roasted or grilled meats, stews, and rich pasta dishes. It also pairs well with strong cheeses, charcuterie, and tomato-based dishes. Next up, we have Terre de Conti, who were established in 2003. But Augusto Conti, the founding father, had already been making and selling his blended wines for more than 10 years prior. The winery is definitely a family operation, with a love of the region they call home. The red wine is produced from a vineyard in the Maiolati Spontini territory, near a village positioned on top of a hill and surrounded by a fortress, and is nicknamed Ponzetta. The vineyards are on historic farmland that used to be directly owned by various popes. Clement XI Marche Rosso IGT is their red wine for the boxes. A chunky, fruit-driven, juicy Montepulciano and Sangiovese blend from the sunny vineyards of Marche. This wine is expressive with aromas of black cherry and plum. On the palate, it is full-bodied and smooth, with ripe tannins that provide structure and balance. The fruit flavors are well integrated, and the finish is long and persistent, with a pleasant spicy aftertaste. This wine is best served slightly chilled between 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. Particularly well suited to Italian cuisine, this wine should be paired with dishes such as lasagna, spaghetti bolognese, or mushroom risotto. It can also be enjoyed with aged cheeses such as Parmigiano Reggiano and Pecorino Romano. Casalfarneto was founded in 1995 by Danilo Salustri, who is still working as a so-called fattore of the property, a word that could be translated as farm manager. This allows for continuity in both style and quality of their wines. In the early stages, only 3 wines were produced, and all these 3 wines were a result of experimentation with their most important grape variety, the Verdicchio. Since 2005, Casalfarneto has been managed by the Togni Group. With the company change, more vineyards of Verdicchio were planted around the winery, and some more vineyards were rented to expand the production to other indigenous grape varieties, such as the Lacrima, Pecorino, and Passerina varieties. Paolo Togni, after 30 years of experience leading the Togni Group, has decided to step out of the group and focus on the management of Casalfarneto. With this change, there has been the restructuring of an old farmhouse in the property into a beautiful place for hospitality and events called Casale Rita. Casalfarneto has a planned focus on sustainability. They're not only aiming at a conversion of the vineyards to organic farming, but also reducing carbon dioxide emissions, using totally recyclable corks and pursuing zero energy impact. For our 6-pack subscribers, Casalfarneto bring the first of our special reserve red wines in Merago. The wine spent a significant 18 months maturing in Slavonian oak casks, and then a further 18 months aging in the bottle, allowing it to develop into a complex and well-rounded expression of the Montepulciano grape. In the glass, it is deep garnet red in color, hinting at its maturity and concentration. On the nose, enticing aromas of ripe dark fruits immediately greet the senses. Blackberries, plums, and cherries intermingle with subtle notes of tobacco, leather, and a delicate touch of vanilla from the oak aging. Rich and full-bodied, you can expect velvety tannins that have been beautifully integrated through the aging process. The flavors mirror the aromas, with luscious dark fruit dominating the forefront. Ripe blackberries and plums provide a juicy sweetness, while a touch of spiciness adds complexity and depth. The well-balanced acidity brings freshness to the wine, preventing it from becoming overly heavy. As the wine lingers on the palate, it unveils further layers of complexity. Subtle earthy undertones emerge with hints of tobacco and leather returning, complemented by a touch of dark chocolate. The finish is long and satisfying, leaving a lasting impression of fruit, spice, and a pleasant touch of oak. Make sure to decant the wine for about 30 minutes before serving at room temperature to allow it to breathe and reach its optimal expression. For a local Marche-inspired food pairing, try serving the wine with slow-cooked braised beef or osso buco. The wine's rich fruit flavors and gentle spiciness beautifully complement the richness of the meat, while the acidity cuts through the richness, creating a harmonious balance. For those who prefer vegetarian options, this Montepulciano pairs wonderfully with hearty dishes such as mushroom risotto or aubergine with parmesan. Next up, we have Ciù Ciù Azienda Vitivinicola. They were established in 1970 by Natalino Bartolomei. The winery is a family business. The first generation built the winery focusing on indigenous varietals, setting up a wine cellar and an agriturismo, an agricultural tourism destination, while Natalino also took up a second job as a truck driver to help the cash flow. In 1994, the second generation of the family took over and expanded the business to give it an international flair. They upgraded the production techniques by investing in modern technologies and extended Ciù Ciù's vineyards into the Verdicchio di Castelli di Jesi and Lacrima di Moro d'Alba area. Over the next 20 years, they opened a showroom with a wine shop in the main square of a feeder, a restaurant, and an agriturismo. Ciù Ciù is a dialect term, usually translated as drink. Ciù Ciù has been certified organic since 1996 and certified vegan since 2014. Organic winemaking is defined by a set of rules that apply to both the vineyard and the cellar. In the vineyards, this means they have excluded the use of artificial chemical fertilizers, pesticides, fungicides, and herbicides, and that they rely on low yields per acre, as well as on ripening curves to establish the right harvest time. Bacchus Piceno DOP is a truly captivating red wine that showcases the richness and concentration for which this region is known. With its deep ruby red color and complex bouquet, this wine offers an enticing blend of blackberries and black cherries, accompanied by hints of plum and fig. The aroma continues with nuances of spices, including black pepper and clove, and a subtle earthy undertone reminiscent of the forest floor and truffle, which further enhances the overall experience. The concentrated flavors of black fruits are beautifully intertwined with notes of dark chocolate and roasted coffee beans, creating a rich and indulgent palate. It boasts well-integrated tannins, providing structure and balance to the wine, while its vibrant acidity adds a refreshing touch, preventing any heaviness. We recommend serving the wine at a temperature of around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius to allow its aromas and flavors to fully unfold. Decanting the wine for about 30 minutes can also enhance its aromatic complexity. This robust wine pairs exceptionally well with flavorful, hearty dishes. The richness and concentration of the wine can stand up to strong flavors and complements a variety of culinary delights like grilled ribeye steak, wild mushroom risotto, or even braised lamb shanks. Ciù Ciù's second red wine is also the second of our special reserve red selections. Lacrima di Moro d'Alba is a unique and fascinating wine. The nose is full of ripe, juicy raspberries and succulent blackberries, intertwined with enchanting floral notes of violets and roses. The aromatic profile is further enhanced by hints of exotic spices, including cinnamon and cloves, which add an alluring complexity to the wine. On the palate, it offers a lush and velvety texture, with flavors of luscious red fruits, ripe cherries, and plump strawberries taking center stage. These flavors are accompanied by a subtle earthiness reminiscent of freshly turned soil, adding depth and dimension to the wine. Its moderate tannins are beautifully integrated, blending a gentle structure to the wine without overpowering its finesse. The finish is long and lingering, leaving a trail of aromatic berries and a touch of sweet spices. To fully appreciate the unique qualities of this Lacrima di Moro d'Alba, it is best served slightly chilled at around 14 to 16 degrees Celsius. This slightly lower temperature will help preserve the wine's delicate aromatics and maintain its freshness. For food pairing, this wine partners wonderfully with a range of dishes, thanks to its versatility and intriguing flavor profile. Its vibrant fruitiness and elegant structure make it an excellent companion to Italian cuisine. Consider serving it alongside classic pasta dishes like tagliatelle with a rich bolognese sauce or a rustic lasagna. Last but certainly not least, we have Cantine di Castignano. Located in the historic village from which it takes its name, the Cantine di Castignano company has been operating since 1960. For over 60 years, the company has therefore been a point of reference for the Piceno viticulture, boasting a totally internal production of both still and sparkling wines, and olive growing, producing excellent quality extra virgin olive oil in its company mill. Cantine di Castignano was the first cooperative winery in the Piceno region, and currently it is one of the largest in the Marche region, having around 500 hectares of vineyards and as many contributing members. When it comes to awards, they can boast of several accolades, including bronze medals with Decanter in 2022, Wine Hunter Award Rosso, and a CWSA gold medal. Giush, private label Marche Sangiovese IGT, is their wine for the selections. This is 100% Sangiovese, with bright, fruit-forward character and lively acidity. The wine is expressive, with vivid aromas of fresh cherries, raspberries, and strawberries, as well as a touch of spice and earthiness. There is also a hint of floral notes that adds complexity to the bouquet. Fresh and lively with a good balance of fruit and acidity, the flavors of red fruit are prominent, with a pleasant bitterness that adds depth to the wine. The tannins are soft and well integrated, providing a smooth and pleasant mouthfeel. This one is best served slightly chilled at around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius, which enhances its freshness and fruitiness. For food pairing, think Italian dishes, such as pasta with tomato sauce, pizza, grilled meats, and aged cheeses. We hope you enjoyed this breakdown of the wineries and red wines of Marche. Whether you subscribe to the 3, 4, or Special Reserve 6-pack, there's plenty to enjoy, and we hope you find a new favorite amongst them. Cheers.